Hi girls, Coach Charlie here. I just wanted to take a moment to talk to you about something that we've talked a lot about in practice, just healthy eating habits and what that does for you and how that impacts what you do on the soccer field. We've talked about proteins and carbohydrates, not getting cramps and potassium and all that fun stuff. But I want to take a moment to talk through just a few details because I really want to help you. I want you guys to have a healthy relationship with food. And I want you to be comfortable in making good choices with that. So I am going to show you a couple things to give you a couple of resources and ways to research and look and find and answer a lot of the questions. I really appreciate several of you have been asking me questions during practice, after practice about eating, and that means you care and you want to have control over this. So that's a really good thing. So with that, what we're going to do is I'm going to minimize this screen down so you can kind of see what I'm going to show you here too. If you do something simple, just as, and I did this here just to show you what to eat for soccer games. So I'm Googling what to eat for soccer games. It will give you tons of information. Now, there's bad information, just like good information out there. Here, for example, what to eat for breakfast before a soccer game. It tells you to make it high in carbs, go lean on protein. But it also goes into more detail. And I'm not going to go through every single one of these and show you that, but I want you to know of some good things to research, to look up. I did look up this one here too. It says examples of what to eat before a soccer game. So when I click on that link, it's actually going to open up this screen right here. And it's just a little blog that a coach puts together. But it says what to eat before a soccer game for optimal performance. So some of the things it talks about here are main concepts. It talks about glycogen storages. We talked a little bit about that, but we didn't really talk in the detail what that means. But that's really just energy. So it's the energy that you need in your muscles to be able to perform. Other things it talks about was feeling light, being fully hydrated, having water in your system and stuff too, so that because you're going to go out there, you're going to get hot, you're going to sweat, you're going to need those fluids in your body. Substantial potassium. And so here's something also that's interesting, potassium, typically when we think about that, and girls, we talked about that, bananas is what we said. If you've got bananas in your system, then potassium is going to be there. It's going to help you with cramps. But did you know there's a lot of foods out there that have more potassium than bananas? And just to show you, and again, part of what I want you to do in research is understand foods and know what they do and how they impact your body. But I just pulled up another article to show you. Here's 15 foods that have more potassium than a banana. This is on an equal basis. Say a cup, for example, measuring cup full. Avocados have more potassium than bananas. Sweet potatoes, may not have known that. Spinach. Watermelon. That one surprised me. I wasn't aware that watermelon did. Coconut water, which is really good too because it has a lot of electrolytes, so that's good at replenishing what you lose throughout the game. White beans. Black beans, edamame, which is soybean, tomato paste, which I wouldn't recommend going out and buying a can of tomato paste just to eat that, but butternut squash, potatoes, dried apricots, Swiss chard, which is a type of like a lettuce type thing, beets, pomegranate. So a lot of different things, right? So that's just more information than you probably didn't know that. Some of that stuff I didn't know. So you want to continue to research and understand that. It talks about amino acids, other things that are help with the pregame activity. That's found in proteins. Amino acids come from proteins. It's a breakdown there too. So that's something that's going to help you in your body. And then, of course, it talks about other things, just having energy and being alert and being confident. And down through here, it tells you what each of those mean. What does full glycogen storages mean? And it goes through that too. I'll send you guys that link after the video and stuff in our GroupMe page, so that way you can look at that as well. But more than anything, I just want you guys to feel good about food. I want you to study food. I want you to understand it, because bad habits don't happen, or bad health, I should say, doesn't happen overnight. It happens over time. You guys are too young to have bad health and to know that what that's going to be. But as you get older and as you go through high school and you get on in your own life and stuff too, eating good habits is very, very, very important, because if you eat bad now and you continue to eat bad through high school, and you eat bad in your 20s and your 30s, that's when poor health starts to come about. It's years and years and years of eating poorly that will affect you. Now, don't get me wrong, I eat bad things too. I have cravings. Every now and then I want something sweet and stuff as well. Every now and then I'll maybe eat something that I wouldn't encourage you guys to do. I do drink a lot of water. I encourage you guys to drink a lot of water. Stay away from the sugary drinks. If you quit drinking soft drinks today, your life would be different because of it. Now, right now, it's not impacting you in ways that you see visually, but I promise you it's going to affect you as you get older, as each year passes by. So you don't have to do any of this. It is all your choice. But I feel like it's my responsibility to at least offer you information for you to make decisions. It's up to you and your parents and how you want to approach what you eat. But what you eat really determines how you perform on the field, in the classroom, in your relationships with other people. It affects your mood, it affects your energy, it affects how your body recovers. Food has a dramatic impact, and we don't reflect upon that enough. We grab what's quick. We do that all the time. So I want you to think about that differently and see if you can make some good eating habits and change that. One thing I'll show you here too, just another article that I pulled up. I'll shrink this down so you can see. It talks about the risks of poor nutrition. What causes poor nutrition? How does poor nutrition affect us? And it goes through a variety of different things, from being overweight, having tooth decay, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart disease, diabetes, osteoporosis, which affects your bones. Obviously, cancer is something that's out there. You probably know of somebody in your family that's been affected. Depression, eating disorders. So there's tons and tons of things to do. And here's just some bullet point tips of what to do. From eating healthy, getting servings of fruit and vegetables, avoiding sugary, fatty, and salty foods, getting water. We talked about that earlier. So there's so much stuff to research. And I just want you girls to know, what do you need to do to look up, from what to eat for soccer games and reading up on that, and then understanding good nutrition. So think about those things, girls. I'm very proud of the effort that you put in on the soccer field. I'm proud of how hard that you work, but I would be shortchanging you if I didn't tell you a lot of this you can do on your own when it comes to food. If you take nothing whatsoever from what we work on in soccer, if you can take some of this that we're talking about with food and what you eat and go out there and understand that and make some better choices than what you're making right now, that's going to last you the rest of your life. Soccer's going to come and go. I want you girls to play as long as you can, even into adulthood, because you'll enjoy it. I want you to teach your kids one day, but I also want you to make good eating decisions. So I love you girls. I'm proud of you. Go out there, understand this a little bit better, and understand what makes your body perform, what makes you perform better. So thank you so much. Look forward to our next practice, and we'll talk a little bit more about nutrition and food then. In the meantime, have a great rest of the week.